Hi everyone, I'm Mary Jean Murphy and I'm here from My Favorite Quilt Store with a little handy tip. I really wish I knew where I got this tip from. I saw it online, and if you are doing the Brimming Over by Kim Diehl with Quiet Grace, I think this would be a tip that you would really like, and it will make your flying geese a little more successful. You can use it for a lot of different things, but I want to caution you to only use it when you have a seam allowance large enough to cut off. So let's get right down to it. I have these three pieces. There's just my flying geese pieces, and on the the flip part of the flying geese, I've gone ahead and taken a ruler and drawn the diagonal, just with a pencil, just right down the diagonal. And I like to do that, although I'm a seasoned quilter, I still do that, and I still like to have that nice crisp guideline because I think it does make a better looking flying geese. Or half square triangle, anything that you mark the diagonal, I think it makes it a little more accurate. Today I'm going to show you this it's called Sew Line Fabric Glue Pen. It comes like this, and it's just like a pen, off with the top put the cap on. I'm going to take my small square of my flying geese and lay it on top of the V part of the flying geese. Not quite sure how to explain exactly what pieces are what, but I think you'll understand if you've seen a flying geese before. And I'm going to just fold it back, and I'm going to put a little dab of glue on it. I'll pick it up and show you, just a little dab. Now, this glue is going to definitely be in the seam allowance, and I'm going to cut it off later, but I'm going to show you how this glue, when you put your flying geese on, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little press, and it sticks on. It sticks on nice and stable. Now, when I take it to the sewing machine, I might hit this with an iron just to kind of dry it a little bit, but it's really pretty immediate. You can take it directly to the sewing machine, and I am going to sew this within the seam allowance, but like maybe one thread to the seam allowance side of the line. And I will go ahead and do that right now. Okie doke. Got my little scissors right here at my machine. And I'm going to just finger press this. I'm going to finger press this just like this. I'm going to give it a nice press with my fingers. You can take it to the iron, but it really is unnecessary. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this so that I have a 1/4 inch seam allowance. When I bend it back, it's going to be perfect. And just like the first side, I'm going to do the same with the second side. My handy dandy glue pen by Sew Line. I'm going to put just a dab right in the corner within the seam allowance, and I'm going to place my second square on top of my flying geese. And just like the first square, I'm going to press it in nice and tight. Just a finger press is fine, and right under my needle. Let me get that taken care of here, and I'm going to show you how nicely these flying geese turn out. Of course, when you take it directly to the iron, it becomes flatter and you can see it a little better, but I do believe we're going to go ahead and be able to see this. When you push your point back, go ahead and match it to that bottom rectangle. You know that bottom rectangle is exactly accurate, so I just kind of wiggle it around until that bottom rectangle is the exact same as the top rectangle that I'm flipping over. And I'm going to trim the seam allowance just like so. You can use your rotary cutter, but this is just such a small project. And there you have it. A beautiful flying geese. It's going to measure exactly the size that you wanted to measure. And we used a little bit of glue, just a dab will do ya. Remember that one. Just a little bit of glue in the seam allowance, and then we cut it off. I hope this helps you make your flying geese, especially for the Brimming Over project, because those pieces are quite small, and that little bit of glue just gives it a little bit more stability and makes it a little more accurate. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed my tip. See you later.